Hey, what's up, y'all? This your girl Nikki coming to you from urbangirlfabulous.blogspot.com. And y'all already know what's up, what the deal is today. It's Tuesday, so we're getting ready to get into our topic for Talk Tuesday. Alright, so on Sunday, I watched Dark Girls along with the rest of all the women, black women in the world on the OWN network, Oprah Winfrey's network. And y'all, if you didn't get a chance to catch it on Sunday, you have to watch the encore presentation, which should be coming on, I think, today or sometime this week. I'm sure it's going to air again. But it really touched down on a lot of topics concerning black women, and especially in the U.S., black women in the U.S., but not only black women, it touched on topics for Latino women who are of a darker shade. This can apply to Latino women and Hispanic women as well. You know, being a darker skinned woman, they go through so much of unnecessary prejudice. I don't want to call it racism. I want to call it a prejudice, because they go through so much unnecessary prejudices, if that's even a word, inside their own community based on their skin tone. And it's really unfortunate because growing up, I'm from the South, I'm from Texas, born and raised, Texas girl all day, every day. And, you know, we saw that growing up. You know, they were picked on for being dark skinned. We called them all kinds of names, you know, jokingly a lot of times. But, you know, those things, when you get older, you learn those are really hurtful things. You have comments, you know, you're pretty for a black girl. I was guilty of saying that when I was younger. And, you know, as I got older, I learned to appreciate the different varieties and different shades of a black woman. You know, it's a compliment, but it's a sideways compliment. Oh, you're pretty for a black girl. And, you know, we have to get out of that habit. It really starts at home. You have to tell your children, first of all, you should be telling all of your children that they're beautiful and they're special. And if you have family members that tell your daughter, especially your daughter, because I don't see it happening as much to the boys as it does, you know, as it is to the girls. But tell your daughters, especially if they're a darker shade, tell them how beautiful they are. Pick out something positive and let them know that they should be loved and they should be treated equal based on them being them and not based on the color of their skin. You know, it's really sad that a lot of little girls have to go through that. That little girl at the beginning of the documentary, you know, it touched my heart because she doesn't like to be called black. And it's funny because I have 3 kids. I have 2 of my older kids, my oldest son, and then my daughter are darker than myself. And then I have my youngest son, who is lighter than me. And he's lighter than me because his father is mixed with a bunch of things. And you know, I told myself that I would always tell my daughter how beautiful she is and that she can do and be anything in the world that she wants to be. And I think that's very important. And, you know, her dad and her stepdad also tell her that she's beautiful. And it starts at home. You know, we can sit up here and blame the media. We can blame entertainers, athletes, rappers. I don't want to necessarily blame them, but they play a big role in that, especially the rappers. Y'all, I love me some Lil Wayne and all his ratchetness and all his music. I love him. He's an entertainer, and that's what he's there to do. He's there to entertain me. I just think that they should be mindful of what they say and what they put out in their music. It's not their responsibility to raise my child. That's not. I'm not saying it is, but I just think they should be mindful because, you know, a lot of these young men are being misguided and thinking that darker skinned women aren't beautiful, you know, because Lil Wayne, or I don't want to seem like I'm picking on Lil Wayne or anything like that, but he talks about it a lot in his music. He wants a long hair, red bone, yellow bone. You know, in the South, that's what, you know, that's what women were addressed as. Oh, she a yellow bone, she a red bone, whatever. And they need to be able to portray all shades of black women, especially if you are a black man. I cannot stand those comments, and some of those young men were really starting to piss me off because they were talking about, oh, I can't date a woman that's darker than me. It just won't look right. How ignorant and dumb as hell do you sound talking about, oh, she not gonna look good standing next to me because she darker than me. Do you know how stupid you sound? You sound real dumb. For real. Like, I couldn't believe that some of those young men were saying those things. And I think it has a lot to do with the music. I think it has a lot to do with the media and what they see. They aren't seeing as many darker skinned women being portrayed as beautiful women. Hell, for years we didn't see it on TV. We didn't see it in magazines. I'm so thankful for magazines like Essence and Jet and Ebony that show me a likeness of me that can be beautiful, that can be glamorous. And so what I really want to say, I think that all parents need to talk to their children about, for one, let them know that they're beautiful. Let them know that they're worthy. Let them know that there may be some people out in the world, because we have to be realists with our kids. These kids are not like we were when we were growing up. Be a realist with your child and tell them, yeah, there's going to be some ignorant person out there that doesn't know any better. Educate them. Let them know you are beautiful. There are going to be some people that may not think you are, but you are worthy. You are beautiful. And just enforce that and instill that in your kids. Fathers, tell your little black babies that they are beautiful. Tell all your kids, but especially your darker skinned children, because they go through it. And on the other side of that coin, the lighter skinned sisters, they go through it as well. Maybe they were picked on when they were growing up. Just because they were light-skinned, it's not their damn fault. They don't have any choice in the color or complexion of their skin. They were picked on for being light-skinned, for having light eyes, for maybe having long, good hair, curly hair, long, straight hair, whatever. They were picked on just as much. And I think there's so much anger and pain in a lot of these women who were hurt when they were younger. When you hear it from your family members, that's even more hurtful than it is coming from a stranger. So family members, especially people in the South, because I'm from the South, like I said, and I know it goes on. They will say some stupid shit like that about, oh, baby, you pretty for a black girl. I used to be guilty of saying that long ago when I was younger. I didn't know any better, but if you're of age and you know better, hell, your ass better start doing better as well, because there's no way you should be telling that to a young child. Oh, baby, you so pretty for a little black baby. No. What? Don't say that. You're so pretty, baby. You're a pretty little girl. That's all they need to hear. You're a handsome young man. Just because you're darker, that doesn't have to be thrown into the equation. Another thing that I like that they touched on in the topic is talking about the prejudice of color in other nationalities. Like, for example, a lot of Latinos, Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, Cubans, Colombians, Panamanians, they come in so many different shades, just like black folks do, that it's amazing. They go through the same things that we go through on their own. Same thing with the Latinos. A lot of Hispanics go through the same thing. You have your darker Hispanics, and then you have your lighter Hispanics. You have some that are darker than me, and you have some that are white almost looking in their skin tone with blonde hair and blue eyes, but they're Hispanic or they're Latino. This is a very good topic because it needs to be discussed. Because let me say this. A lot of older people may make those little comments like, oh, baby, you're so cute for a little black baby. A lot of them don't mean harm by when they say it, because that's what they were taught. Being around people growing up, you hear those things, so you think it's okay to say that. And so I just think, instead of getting offended, just pull them to the side and tell them, oh, no, thank you for the compliment, but why couldn't you have just said, I'm a beautiful woman? Why did you have to say I'm a beautiful black woman or a dark-skinned woman? Why did you have to say I'm a handsome dark-skinned man? Just pull them to the side and educate them. Try not to take offense to it, but educate them and let them know, hey, that's not cool. And another thing, take the time to compliment one another. As black women, we don't do that enough. We should get back into complimenting another woman, and don't be afraid to give another woman a compliment. You may be lifting that woman's spirits. You never know. You may be lifting that man's spirit. And young black men, we come in so many different shades. We come in so many different varieties. Don't close yourself off from getting to know a woman because of her skin tone. Don't think that just because she's light-skinned, long hair, that she's better than a dark-skinned woman. You know, your hair texture, your eye color, your skin tone, that has nothing to do with your personality. But it is so easy to scar someone based on those things. And then you wonder why they walk around with so much hate, with so much animosity, with so much attitude. They've been hurt and they don't know how to heal from that hurt. If you've been hurt because of that, talk to someone about it. You know, black folks, that's another thing. If you've been hurt because you were talked about as a child, seek help. It's good to talk to your sister friends and your guy friends, but maybe you need to get some professional help. I'm not a professional. I'm just giving y'all my opinion, but we've got to start opening up and stop thinking, oh shit, I ain't going to talk to nobody about my business. That's what white folks do. That's what we say sometimes. I hope I don't offend anybody, but it's the truth. It is what it is. It's the truth. That's how I see it. And we've got to learn how to reach out for help if we need help. So just take the time, young black men, compliment a black woman. Tell her she looks beautiful today, no matter her skin tone, no matter her hair type, no matter her eye color. Open the door for a black woman. Say hello to a black woman. Smile at a black woman. You never know. Those small details can make a woman feel so good. Girl, he said hi to me. Oh, he just opened the door for me. Oh, thank you, baby. Maybe no one has ever done that for them. But you could be a blessing in somebody's life just by doing something simple like that, that we should be doing on an everyday basis anyway. So I'd say this. Black folks, it's time to uplift one another. We always talking about uplifting, but we really need to step back and uplift one another as a black people, but as all people. Uplift everybody, you know. So that's what I have. That's what I took from the documentary Dark Girls. Let me know if you watched it. You know, leave your comments down below in the comment section. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, rate, and comment, please. You can also follow me on Twitter at Urban Girl Fab, and you can also follow me on Instagram and Facebook on my blog page at Urban Girl Fabulous. All right, I love y'all. Leave some topics that you guys would like to discuss for next Talk Tuesday, and I'll talk about anything. Nothing is off subject here. Whatever you want to talk about, we can talk about. All right, y'all, until next Tuesday, I see y'all later. Y'all stay fabulous, and all right, y'all have a good one. Bye-bye.